What is up, guys? Welcome to a new podcast, J2Futbol. I'm your host, Justin, and this is my partner, Jordy. In this podcast, we're going to be talking about football. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about our World Cup predictions.
So the countries for Group A is Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and the winner of playoff, which is Czech Republic, Denmark, North Macedonia, or Ireland. And my predictions is, well, I think Denmark will win the playoff. So I'll have them first. And a lot of people might disagree with me here, but I think South Korea gets second, Mexico third,
Yeah.
and fourth South Africa. I feel like I don't know. A lot of people might hate me, but I feel like Mexico will get third. What are your predictions?
Well, I think Denmark is going to qualify from the playoffs, but I actually have Mexico also qualifying to the next round because I think it because it's home ground for Mexico.
Yeah,
The World Cup is in Mexico,
that's
so
the
they have
only
the people there.
that's the only agree
But
argument I have
I
for that.
wouldn't be surprised if Mexico doesn't make it to the next round, but I got Denmark first. I think Denmark is gonna come stronger than the last World Cup, but I still think Mexico's gonna make it second.
Yeah, I mean Mexico have not been playing that well. That's why I have them third. But yeah, they're home, and that could help them. But we will see. Now to Group B.
This is Group B. The nations that are in Group B are Canada, Qatar, Switzerland, and the playoffs between Bosnia, Italy, Northern Ireland, and Wales. My prediction is for the first of the playoffs, I think Italy's gonna make it. I
Yeah.
think they just have a strong team. I don't think none of those other teams have the ability to beat them. And I also think Switzerland is also gonna, advance to the knockout round with Italy too. I think Italy first, Switzerland second, third Canada, fourth Qatar. I think that's my prediction.
My prediction is exactly the same. I have Italy first, Switzerland second, Canada third, and Qatar fourth. I mean, Italy, they could obviously like not play good like they did in the playoffs and get second, but I feel like they might. They should get first place in this group if they even win the playoffs, which they should easily do. But we
If
both
they
agree.
don't, bro,
Yeah, I mean, it's what been like since 2014 they haven't been in the World Cup.
if Italy on paper have the players,
Yeah,
they haven't been performing.
but that's our prediction for Group B. We both agree on it. Now we're gonna go to Group C. Just wanted to come here and say I apologize for the background noise in some of the clips. I didn't realize there was a lot of background noises. I didn't realize the mic captured all that noise. I'll make sure next time that doesn't happen. But hope you guys enjoying the video and back to the video. All right, this is Group C. We got Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. This is Scotland's first time in the World Cup since I think 27 years. I could be wrong, but this group could be like good. Like almost, I feel like anything can happen. But my prediction is Brazil getting first place, Morocco getting second, and Scotland third. But I feel like that match between Morocco and Scotland is going to be really good because I feel like Scotland have really good players and they can honestly sneak a win and actually get second place. But Morocco did also get to the semifinals of the last World Cup, so I feel like they'll probably get second place in this group. And yeah, Haiti get fourth place.
Yeah, I have the same order. I think Brazil is the superior team in this group. They have the players. Have they been playing to the expectations? No, they haven't. But this group is fairly easy. I also got Morocco in second. I feel like the World Cup they had in 2022 was a incredible run. Nobody expected Morocco to have that run. Scotland, I do agree that they have good players, but I don't think they are strong enough to compete against Brazil and Morocco. And I'll tell you why, because of Morocco. I think Morocco already has the experience of a World Cup on how to manage a World Cup game. And
Yeah,
Scotland, it's been a long time. So they might not have that,
yeah,
ability to play at the World Cup level.
yeah.
This is Group D, and Group D contains USA, Paraguay, Australia, and the playoffs Kosovo, Romania, Slovakia, and Turkey. In the playoff, I got Turkey. Turkey has a lot of talented players, and I think they will win the playoffs to reach the World Cup. But now for the group, my prediction, if Turkey qualifies, I believe this is the group of death.
Yeah, I agree.
They might not have the highest level of, players, but they're similar. They have a similar level. And who I got qualifying to the knockout round is USA and Turkey. But you cannot discount Australia and Paraguay because Australia made it to the round of 16 in the 2022 World Cup. And Paraguay have been good recently.
Yeah,
So I believe this is the group of the death.
I agree. I feel like Turkey will win this playoff. I feel like Turkey might have the better players out of the rest of the countries in this group. So I have them first place, and obviously USA second. But I'm not gonna underestimate Paraguay. I mean, Paraguay, they have talent too. Honestly, anyone can qualify in this group, but I have USA and Turkey qualifying.
Yeah.
Now, Group E has Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. Um, this could be a pretty decent group for like fight for that first place. I feel like Ecuador are defensively a good country. They defend really good, but I feel like Germany. I mean, obviously the last few World Cups they've been knocked out in the group stage, but I feel like they will get first place in this group. Second Ecuador and third Ivory Coast and Curacao. Fourth place. This is the first World Cup ever, smallest country to ever do it. But I feel like they're gonna lose all their games.
Man, can I just start by saying, how did Curacao make it and none of our countries made it, bro? That is sad.
Uh,
But my prediction, obviously, I think Germany will outclass this group. I think they'll get first place. And I got Ecuador second, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ivory Coast gets second. I feel like these
yeah,
African nations are underrated in some sense. This team beat, I believe it was Nigeria for the Cup of Nations, I think, the African Cup of Nations. I think they beat them.
yeah,
And they got good players. They got good players, but I think Ecuador just has that slight edge. They have players like Caicedo. They still got Valencia. They got many talent. So I
yeah,
think it's gonna be Germany and Ecuador, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ivory Coast gets it done.
yeah. I mean, Ecuador have kept a lot of clean sheets recently, so
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna help them qualify. All right, now to Group F.
Group F contains Netherlands, Japan, and the playoff of Albania, Poland, Sweden, Ukraine, and Tunisia. In the playoff, I think Sweden will qualify. I think they have a great squad. They have great players. They haven't been performing to the expectations like Isak and Gyökeres. They haven't been performing at the world level, but I still think they'll qualify. And for the rest of the group, now we enter the group. I think that game between Japan and Sweden is gonna be the determining factor on who qualifies. I think Netherlands qualifies easily. I think Japan and Sweden, that match is going to determine who qualifies. Even though we've seen Japan have been a strong side. They almost beat Belgium in the 2018 World Cup. They reached the quarterfinals in this World Cup. So I wouldn't be surprised if Japan makes it.
I agree. I think Netherlands will top this group. I also think Sweden will qualify. By the way, I think a lot of people have Poland going, but I feel like Sweden they have good players. But yeah, I have Japan getting second. It's that blue lock, bro. They're gonna have that blue lock with them again. Um, Japan are an underrated country. Honestly, I feel like they might even put in a fight against the Netherlands and actually get
Yeah,
top
true.
the group. I feel like that might happen. But I feel like, yeah,
I
Netherlands
mean,
and Japan.
didn't they top their group on 2022? They topped their group, right?
Yeah, and they had Spain and Germany, and
Yeah,
like, so you can't underestimate them. But
true.
yeah, I have Netherlands and Japan qualifying. All right, so for Group G, we have Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. My predictions are Belgium getting first place, and I have Egypt getting second. They have, I feel like they got good players like Mo Salah. I can't say his name, but the one that plays for Manchester City. I
Or
forgot my
Marmoush.
health. Yeah,
Oh, I
Marmouche.
forgot about Marmoush, bro. Man.
I feel like they have the players to qualify, and I have Iran third, but I feel like Iran and Egypt, whoever wins that game, cause second place, and I have New Zealand fourth place.
Yeah, from my prediction, I got Belgium and Iran. I think Belgium is gonna top this group easily. If they don't, then it's gonna be shocking. It's gonna be shocking.
Yeah,
I do have Iran because I feel like Iran. Well, this is more 2018 when they gave Portugal and Spain problems. Like Portugal and Spain only won 1-0 against them.
yeah.
Obviously, this past World Cup, England beat them by a lot. They beat Wales and they lost to USA. But I think Iran has more experience when it comes to World Cups, and I think they'll qualify. I think they'll get it done. And Group H contains Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. I think this is one of the most easier groups. I think Spain and Uruguay are gonna qualify. Spain's gonna top the group. Uruguay's gonna get second. I don't think Saudi Arabia. Obviously, they did beat Argentina the last World Cup. Other than that, they didn't show anything special. Cape Verde. This is their first World Cup. They don't have the experience like these other three teams have, and they're gonna get fourth. But Spain, I think Spain tops this group. Spain have quality players. They won the Euros, got into the finals of the Nations League. I think they'll top this group.
I also have that prediction: Spain getting first, and Uruguay second, Saudi Arabia third. I feel like a match between Spain and Uruguay is gonna be one of the best matches of the group stages for sure. But yeah, I have Spain getting first place. All right, for Group I, we have France, Senegal, Norway, and the winner of this playoff, which is Bolivia, Iraq, and Suriname. I think Bolivia will win this playoff, but I'll make a bold statement. It's not that bold, but I have France getting first place and Norway second, but I have Norway and France tying that game. And I feel like it'll come down to goal difference. So either if France have more goals, they'll get first, but if Norway more goals, they will get first. I wouldn't be surprised if Norway actually get first. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, I have Senegal third and Bolivia fourth.
Yeah. I also have France and Norway qualifying in Group I, and I also do have Bolivia. Winning that playoff. But I don't think Bolivia or Senegal are as strong as the other two teams. We're seeing Norway. Norway has been playing so good recently. They beat Italy in the qualifying. But I don't see a threat. Senegal, no. Bolivia, no. France are the only threat to Norway. But I do think France is gonna win that game because they have more quality in the players. They got Mbappe, Kante, they got so many players. Norway, I can name you three, which is what? Holland, Sorloth, and Odegaard. But I think Norway will advance, and I also think France will top the group.
Yeah, we can't underestimate Senegal though because they have good players too. But I
Yeah.
feel like Norway just Holland. Yeah,
I mean, who knows? Maybe that Senegal versus Norway game,
yeah,
may determine who qualifies.
yeah,
Group J is Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. This has to be the easiest group of the World Cup. I got Argentina topping. Bro, if Argentina does not qualify for the knockout rounds, I quit football. I'm not watching football anymore. But I also do got Austria. I think Austria is gonna, advance with Argentina. Algeria and Jordan, they're not strong enough. Jordan, I believe this is their first World Cup.
yeah,
They don't have the experience. And when you're up against the reigning champions, God knows, bro.
yeah. I also have that Argentina getting first, Austria second, and Algeria third. I feel like that game between Algeria and Austria could be a good one, but I feel like I don't know. Austria do have a good team, and they should easily get second in this group. And obviously Argentina. I mean, I don't know if Messi's still gonna play. He hasn't decided yet, but they won the last
Hopefully,
World Cup.
hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, that's our predictions.
Group K, we got Portugal and the playoff between Congo, Jamaica, New Caledonia, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. For the playoff, I got Congo qualifying for that playoff to reach the group stage. And for the group stage, Obviously, I got Portugal and Colombia. I think Portugal's gonna top the group. Colombia's gonna get second. I wouldn't be surprised if Colombia gives Portugal, a hard time
Yeah.
when they face each other. But those are the two teams I got qualifying: Portugal and Colombia.
I also have Portugal and Colombia qualifying. I have Jamaica actually making the playoffs. Like, I could be completely wrong, but I have them getting the playoff. But yeah, I feel like Portugal and Colombia should easily qualify. And but yeah, I also agree that Colombia will put in a fight against Portugal. Last group, which is Group L, we got England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. Um, I have England getting first place, Croatia second, Ghana third, and Panama fourth. I feel like Croatia would have put a fight against England. I just feel like England are gonna go into this game thinking they got it easily, but they won't, and Croatia will put in a fight. But I have Croatia getting second and England first.
Yeah, I do agree with that prediction. I do got England topping the group and Croatia, and like you said, England. There's some games where they play super good. There's other games where they flop it. But I feel like Croatia's not gonna be the same from 2022 and 2018. I feel like obviously players like Modric have, they've dropped to a level where they're not at the highest
Yeah.
level anymore. And so I don't think Croatia got it in them to do a good World Cup. But I do got England top in the group. I do think England is gonna beat Croatia. It's gonna be a hard game though. I think England win it 1-0. But that's my prediction. England tops the group and second place Croatia.
Don't forget, 2018 Croatia eliminated England. That's what I'm saying.
That is true.
All right, for now we're gonna give you our prediction for who's gonna be the winner, top scorer, underdog, and flop. Flop meaning who people think is gonna do really good but ends up not doing good. And my winners, I feel like a lot of people might disagree and agree with me, but I have Spain. I mean that's who I'm gonna support in World Cup, and I just feel like they have the players to win this. If they play like they did in the Euros, they should win this honestly. And I'm not being biased here. I feel like they will put in a good fight against every country they face. Who do you have winning?
I have a debate between France or Spain. I feel like these are two teams that have tremendous players, future Ballon d'Or winners.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I picked Spain due to them winning their Euros and due to their success over the years. But I wouldn't be surprised about France. Many people might think, oh, Argentina might repeat, but we're gonna see in March. You know how in March Spain faces Argentina. We're
Yeah.
gonna see if Argentina still have that level of talent in order to repeat. But I got Spain.
All right, and top scorer, I feel like it's probably gonna be Mbappe. It's
Yeah, I agree.
most
I
likely
agree.
will be Mbappe. I mean, him in the World Cup, he just turns into a beast. Like he should. I
I
think.
mean, look, look at him now. Like
Yeah.
he's the main man that scores for Madrid. Like there's some others that score, but it's mostly just Mbappe.
Yeah.
He already has what 16 goals in La Liga.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Yeah. I think he's gonna get it. And who would think is to be the underdog country of this tournament? Who do you think?
I have two.
You have two.
I have Colombia
Okay.
and I have Norway.
Okay.
I have Norway. I think Colombia over the years has shown us that they can put in a good fight. Obviously, they did lose the Copa America, but I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just something. When they play, they just play like they're like brothers. Like they have so much chemistry between them, and I think that's gonna play a big factor. You saw against Morocco. Morocco didn't have the greatest of players, but they had chemistry. They had ways to get inside. Against that Portugal game, that amazing cross for that header to happen. I mean, that's chemistry, and I think Colombia has that. And I
Yeah.
also have Norway. I feel like Norway have the players to advance to a high level in this World Cup.
Yeah. I mean, I only have one. I only thought about one, and it's also Norway. like I said, I made the bold statement of them tying or even topping the group against France. I just feel like they got the talent to do it. They've been performing really good recently. This is the first World Cup in like 28 years or 27. I'm not sure, but I feel like they will be on the dog, and I feel like they will make it far, more far than people expect them to. And for the last thing, we're gonna predict who is gonna be like the flop, who a lot of people might have doing really good, but ends up doing not good. And I'm gonna give it to you first.
I have Brazil.
Brazil.
I
Yeah.
think Brazil. It's just when they play, it makes me sad when they play because they have the players, but they just don't have that chemistry. I mean, bro, in that Brazil team, you got players, a lot of players that play for Madrid, like Vinicius, Militao, Rodrigo, Endrick, etc.
Yeah.
But they just don't have that chemistry when they play. Like when I see Brazil, I see the Madrid we're seeing right now. I mean, Madrid have so many good players. They're just not performing because they got no chemistry between them. And I think that's the problem with Brazil. Brazil have all the talent of the world. I mean, the greatest footballers have come from Brazil,
Yeah.
but I just don't think they'll give a good impression. We've seen over the past two World Cups they haven't left a mark. 2014 they got 7-1 by Germany. So I don't think it's gonna be a good World Cup for Brazil.
I was also gonna say Brazil, but I'm not going to because I don't want them not to do good. Because if Neymar, I know Neymar probably won't play it, but if he does, I would actually be supporting Brazil because I'm on Neymar and also Rafinha, my boy Rafinha. But I,
Africa, yeah, yeah, bro.
but I have, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. But I have England being a flop. I will get so much hate,
I
but
mean,
I just England. How much years have they said they're
I
gonna win
hear it.
a tournament and they haven't? They
It's
got
coming
players,
home. It's coming home.
but I feel like they're gonna. It's gonna. They think it's gonna happen. They're gonna think they're gonna do really good. They're gonna get like too confident and somehow get knocked out. I feel like they're gonna be a flop and they might get knocked out early.
Yeah, I hear you. England have always, those English fans. They be like, "It's coming home. It's coming home." They can't even get the Euros home. So,
Yeah,
and last World Cup it was due to Harry Kane missing a pen, and this World Cup I mean, like I said, these big nations they have the players to do it. It's just how they play, and
yeah,
in
and
this past World Cup they did all right, but they didn't do great.
yeah,
They did all right.
and also remember this is the World Cup we're talking about. It's one game. There's no like Champions League is two legs. You lose, you're out. So
Yeah,
anything
that's true.
happen.
That's true.
Anything can happen. All right, and this is our World Cup prediction, guys. If you agree, let us know. If you disagree, also let us know. Don't hate us if we said something that is gonna get you mad. But yeah, make sure to subscribe and follow us on TikTok. And let us know what other topics you guys want us to talk about. But until next time, peace.